Sagittarius, welcome to You Can Handle the Truth Tarot. I am your host and reader, Casey Phoenix. And let's go ahead and get into this. As I always say, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, please don't try to make it fit. I am just a person sitting here reading the energy in the tarot cards. Now, one thing that I'm pulling out of this is, at first, I thought you didn't really want to work for someone anymore, but what I was getting from all of these cards is that you don't want to work with people anymore. That's what I was getting. I have 4 decks out here. I have my first Oracle deck, which is more of a wellness deck with a concentration in money. And then I have an actual money Oracle deck. Then I have my Monopoly Tarot deck. And then I have my Gilded Tarot deck. I have all of these cards out right now. The first Oracle card that came out is funding, and it says, I am supported. Money is not the issue right now, even though in one of the Oracle cards, receipts came up. Also, unexpected expenses came up too. I'm not worried about that. That's whatever, because Sagittarians usually have a way of making it through, considering that your ruling planet is Jupiter, and Jupiter is about good luck and fortune. So I don't see many Sagittarians just going through hard times. And if you do, you usually bounce back within a reasonable amount of time. What's throwing me on this one is, there's one of the Oracle cards said job loss, and it says termination of employment. What I believe is that after this, you may start your own thing like contracting instead of like going to work a regular job, even though the benefits card came out and background check came out for the Oracle. These 2 cards would imply that you would get a regular job, which if that is your story, great. But I'm picking up on a different energy. I don't know why I'm picking up on like a government contract or something like that. Maybe the benefits thing is more about, because it says employee benefits, maybe it's about you securing benefits as a quote unquote contractor or an entrepreneur. I'm just finding it hard to believe that you will go and work a regular job again, because I really don't believe you want to. Now, for some of you, yes, you could be getting a regular job. It will require a background check. It does come with good benefits. For others of you, going back to what I said before, I feel there may be some type of government contract or something that you're securing, or some type of city contract or whatever, something that comes from a public, or I guess you could say, yeah, like a public source to a certain degree. Now, receipts is in here. I feel receipts is in here for multiple reasons. One is keeping track of the receipts of any business that you've started or as a contractor. For some of you, this might require you to travel. I don't know why I'm thinking of gas, like keeping track of your mileage. Also, that might be an issue too, in the sense of maybe your previous job required you to travel, but now you don't want to travel as much. The reason I'm saying that is because the Knight of Wands is in the reverse. And you may not want to travel, because Knight of Wands is a travel card. You may not want to travel as much. Death card at the bottom of the deck on the second tarot deck, meaning it's like transformation, starting fresh, doing something different or differently. Page of Pentacles is out twice. Page of Pentacles is a double confirmation, came out in both decks. Page of Pentacles is Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, definitely about training. Page of Pentacles is usually a training card where someone is starting a new job or a new gig or something, and they're having to go through the training on it. Also, Page of Pentacles can be about a stable but small financial beginning, where it gives you what you need to get by in just a little bit more, is what Page of Pentacles energy can also be interpreted as, because pages bring messages. So you may receive news about a small increase, is what I'm getting. Also, I don't know why. For the job termination employment, I just heard there will be a small increase for somebody for their severance, where let's say that what they've been doing, if they've been laying off, they've been giving people like 6 month severance. That's what they've done in the past. For this time around, instead of 6 months, they're going to add like an extra month or something of that nature. It'll be a small increase in a severance, is what I'm getting. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And possibly some of this has already happened too. Other cards out here, and this is why I'm getting you don't want to work with anyone. The Two of Cups is in the reverse, is what I'm getting. Two of Cups in the reverse. The Lovers is out here. Two of Cups is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Lovers is Gemini energy. Lovers can be about a choice. The Knight of Cups is here. The Seven of Cups is here. 7 plus Knight is 8, which is walking away from something. 7 of Cups is about confusion. Knight of Cups is about an offer. It can be about romance or invitations. But since this is about money and a job, which I'm not getting any romance in the workplace, I'm not picking that up. I am picking up that if there's a significant other in your life, your employment status will play a huge deal, and vice versa. If there's someone in your life and their employment status gets a little shaky, that will be a huge deal to you. And if yours is a little shaky, it will be a huge deal to them. I did just get that, but I'm not getting anything on the job. Also, 5 of Cups is here as well, along with the 4 of Swords. This goes back to resting. One of the things that came out in the Oracle was rest and recuperate. Or excuse me, rest and recalibrate, but also recuperate. Some of you might actually be recuperating from something, but rest and recalibrate. People need to take time out, even if it's only 5 minutes a day, to tap into what we call the source and pull that energy. And something is under this. What is this? Okay. Performance evaluation. So that may be playing a role too in all of this with the performance evaluation. And again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But taking a little bit of time out for yourself, 5 minutes a day, just to tap into source, get some energy, get clarity of mind. Also to move your body, even if it's just 5 minutes. Some of you might work from home, or you may be just not that active. You don't move around that much. It's just you're in front of a laptop constantly, and everything else is just sort of like at your fingertips. So you don't really go outside that much and exercise. What I'm recommending is at least do 5 minutes a day of just doing a little bit of stretching, walking around. Small steps lead to giant leaps. That's one thing I've always heard. Small steps lead to giant leaps. And if you start with a little bit, when you move your body, that puts you more in tune with the energy. It makes it easier for you to receive downloads when you're more in sync with the energy. And moving around can help that process. Another card that came out is Money Magnet. This is why I'm not worried, because again, the funding card came out, and then also the Money Magnet card came out in the Oracle. Cash-wise, I don't foresee any of you having cash issues like that. Will you have unexpected expenses? Yes. Could there be a job loss? Yes. But it's not really affecting you like that. I'm just not getting that. I feel your quote-unquote burden is finding something that fits you. We have the Empress here. That's an abundant energy. We have the 3 of Pentacles here, which is sort of owning your craft. Also, 3 of Pentacles is partnership. But again, I don't think you want to work with, or not part, well, group collaboration is what it would be. But I don't think you want that, because right after the Three of Pentacles is that Knight of Wands in reverse I told you about. This may have been a thing where, and the Emperor isn't out here, and we don't have any kings or anything, but this is just me speaking intuitively, even though we do have the Empress. I believe that you are in a position, or you've been in a position where you've had to manage people, and it just really got on your nerves. And you just don't feel like doing it anymore. You don't feel like necessarily working with people anymore. I'm hearing the only person you want to be responsible for is you. That's what I'm getting. So you must plan on, if those of you doing businesses, you must plan on doing very small businesses, or either like a one-man, one-woman business, which is very much possible. There was this what was it? I was looking at something on YouTube. It was like a news clip, and it was about this young lady who was selling baked goods, bakery stuff from her house outside. And I think it was some type of law that was about to affect what she could do. But she was explaining how she gets up, I think at 6 a.m, and starts making sure everything is baked and doing what she does. And then she gets everything out. It's like a whole process she goes through. And listening to her, it's like the majority of her time is spent getting this stuff ready. And I'm just like, wow, she doesn't have any time to herself, but she's a one-woman show where she handles everything from start to finish. And she's happy. That's the thing. She's happy. I believe that's you. I believe for some of you, and I'm not saying you're about to start selling cookies and cakes in front of your house. I'm just saying that some of you just want to be a solo act. And it's difficult for you right now to figure out, for some of you, obviously not all of you, for some of you right now to figure out, where do you fit in? Where do your skills fit in? Hence the 10 of Wands, hence the 7 of Cups. It's like you're trying to piece it together. And then for others of you, you have an idea, you put the energy out there, and things are moving. And that's why a background check is required. Because for some of you, you're handling, I won't say highly classified information, even though you could be, but it's sort of like private information. I don't know why, I just heard data broker or something. I'm trying to think. What? Just bear with me as I'm picking up on the energy here, because I don't know why I heard like data broker or something involving tech. Some of you, I don't know if it's like cybersecurity in regards to the storage of data, the shredding of data. There might be something where you're dealing with data, not necessarily you're getting the nuclear codes or that type of stuff, but just a whole bunch of personal information, addresses, driver's license numbers, social security numbers, bank account numbers, credit card numbers, those things. Some of you might be dealing with that. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Two of Swords is here. Two of Swords can be indecisiveness, but also Two of Swords can be cutting something out of your life, and the Two of Swords can be blocking something. So it can be those things. At the bottom of one of the oracle decks, it says hopelessness. That could be the 5 of Cups energy, but there's still hope. And it says, I see myself whole and happy. Why am I getting, oh, the rainbow. I'm reading whole and abundant, but I'm getting happy. The rainbow in the picture. That's why. So I'm adding whole, happy, and abundant. I see myself whole, happy, and abundant. That's what I'm getting on that. This 10 of Wands is temporary, and also 10s are the end of a cycle. What's on, because I haven't checked it. What's under the 10 of Wands? Yeah, the Magician. You have everything you need. if you're kind of in a fog right now and you're like, oh, I haven't figured it out, you will figure it out, because Seven of Cups is that fog, but it'll come together. And the Five of Cups makes sense because 7 minus 2 with the Two of Cups in reversed equals the Five of Cups. Five of Cups plus Knight of Cups is the Six of Cups, which is about nostalgia. Some of you might be going back to something that you wanted to do when you were younger, but you didn't do it because you pursued the safe route, quote unquote. And now that you've been successful enough going through the safe route, and you've created enough stability for yourself, I think some of you may go back to the thing that wasn't so safe and just give it a try. And again, you have everything you need with the Magician showing up here. And especially with the Empress. Empress can also be about giving birth to new ideas. It also could be about literal birth too, where there could be some type of pregnancy. But I'm not really picking up pregnancy in this reading. I feel it's like, I'm hearing something like being honest with yourself. Now you're being honest with yourself. And I guess that means about what you really want to do. All right. So Sagittarius, that is your message. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen if you made it this far. Until next time, be blessed.